Welcome back, guys. I'm gonna call this one my clean water video part two because I've had a lot of questions and I realized a lot of the same questions were being asked. So I was gonna just pop on here, throw this down, and then hopefully answer a lot of questions that people were kind of afraid to ask or just didn't ask. So a lot of people ask my inexpensive clean water method of the machine, and I'll put the links down below in the comments. But they ask like how I do it, when I do it, all that stuff. And here's basically how I make my water. The I have the big machine, and if you click on the link, you can kind of see what it looks like. But it makes a six liters is how much it makes. And so that takes about 5.5 hours. So what I do is I run my machine about 9 p.m. I turn it on. And so that'll run, several hours. And there's two reasons I do that is because that's the 5.5 hours is dead time to me because I'll be asleep or about to be. But then also my electricity is free after 9. And the machine does run and put off heat. So that's the other part of my thought process. But then, so when I wake up in the morning, my big jug is ready to go, and that goes in the refrigerator or into that containment container that I also put links down below. And that is how I run it at night. In the morning, I put the jug in there. And then what I do is I pop the top off and I sprinkle some of the cleaner in the pan, the reservoir, whatever it's called. And I pour like a little bit of water in there and I just let that sit all day long. So then in the evening, when it's time to run another batch of water, I just pour it out, rinse it out, fill it up with tap water, and run it again. And that's what I do on a continuous basis. I do try to kind of bank my water, like store a bunch of it so they don't have to do it every single day. It kind of just depends on where I am, what I'm doing, and how much water I'm taking with me when I go. Um, and then a few other people. So that's kind of my system there, right? A few other people then were so intrigued by the Himalayan salt, they were just going to start adding that to their water, but they're kind of missing the distilled water portion. Um, and so anytime there's chemicals in the liquid you're drinking that doesn't agree with your body doesn't want to take that in, so it pushes it away. Sometimes your body can't separate whether it's fluid you need and the chemicals you don't need. So sometimes it either takes it all in or it doesn't take in all the hydration your body actually needs, all the water it needs. And so that's one thing I could tell a big difference, that my stomach was feeling better, and I was actually, I think, hydrating more. It could have been mental. There's no way to prove that. So I recommend, if you don't get the machine, just start trying it with distilled water. There's no chemicals in that. Throw in a pinch of Himalayan salt and see how you feel after a few days of doing that. I think you're going to see a big difference. Um, I mean, I'd be surprised if you didn't. The other thing I noticed too, when I was either just starting this process or about to, and there was a group of us on a walk along the river here, and we went out, Turan came back, and as we're coming back, we noticed there was all of these little dead fish all in the water. And these dead fish, like there were birds and stuff eating it. So it wasn't that these fish were poisoned, right? Because other animals won't eat, poisoned meat like that. So the birds were eating these little fish, but I mean, there was thousands of them that were just dead, floating. and they weren't there when we went out. So here was 30 minutes later, everything's dead in that area. And as we got further up by the car, there was all these like hazmat teams coming up, and we didn't really know what was going on or kind of clue that in with the fish or anything else. And found out like the next day or so that actually someone's water pipe broke in the neighborhood and was running down into the creek. And it's not that that's dangerous, but the chemicals in the tap water were dangerous for the fish. And that blew my mind. And that just showed, that just further um, put it in my head that we're so used to taking in chemicals on a regular basis that we don't realize how much we're doing. We're very desensitized to it. So I think it's huge to remove some of that stuff, you know, out of your life from time to time, if not forever, if you can. And again, I'm not saying I don't not drink other water if that's all there is. I usually take my water with me, and then I will do that. And a lot of people ask me how much do I drink. I try to drink about a liter of water per 2 hours. So when I'm going to be gone, leave the door for 8 hours, I'm taking that much water with me. I'm taking 4 liters with me. So I have it. Um, and I don't have to try to, drink tap water, drink water, bottled water, any of that stuff. So, anyways, I hope that explained this a little bit more. But again, I really just encourage people to try um, distilled water just a few days and just see how you feel. To me, it tastes so much better and different. And I've been doing this for, gosh, over, I don't even know how long, almost 2 years now. And it's not that hard. And I don't even like to fold clothes, but I can make my water whenever I need to. Um, and again, I'll put all those links back down in the description so you guys can kind of see what it is. You can click on it, get a look at it. It's not that big. It sits on the counter, but it makes a huge difference. But again, step one, just go get some distilled water. Go buy a gallon at the store and taste that and see how it feels on your stomach and your body. And I think you're gonna tell a big difference because you're gonna I don't know. I don't know. Just try it and I think you're gonna like it. Any more questions, feel free to email, text, put in the comments, whatever you want to do. And till next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye.